6 signs someone is thinking about you sexually. 1. The realm of physical touch. This realm is fascinating as it's often where subtle cues lie. When someone is thinking about you in a sexual way, they might increase their physical contact with you. This could be a light touch on the arm, back or shoulder, or even more intimate touches. However, remember that context is key. The touch should always be appropriate and consensual. So if you notice an uptick in physical contact, it might be a sign they're thinking about you in a more than friendly manner. 2. They seem unusually nervous or fidgety around you. Now, this is something quite fascinating. When someone is thinking about you sexually, their body tends to betray them. They may exhibit signs of nervous energy, which could manifest in different ways. They might stutter over their words, becoming a bit tongue-tied when you're in the conversation. It's as if they're trying to say the right thing, but their nerves are just not playing along. Or maybe you've noticed their palms are often sweaty, a classic sign of anxiety. And eye contact? Oh, they might struggle with that too. It could be too intense for them, or they might worry about giving away their feelings. Now bear in mind, these are not definitive signs of sexual attraction. They could simply be shy or anxious individuals. However, remember the key here is to look for changes in their normal behavior. 3. Use of sexual innuendos or jokes. Picture this, you're having a casual conversation and suddenly there's a slight deviation towards a more intimate direction. This could be a sign that the person is thinking about you sexually. They might be using humor as a tool to test the waters, to see how you react to their playful or flirtatious remarks. It's like they're dipping their toes in the pool of sexual tension, trying to gauge your temperature. However, it's important to note that these jokes or innuendos should always be respectful and never make you feel uncomfortable. It's a delicate balance, and crossing the line into disrespect or inappropriateness is never acceptable. So next time you notice someone consistently steering the conversation towards more intimate topics sprinkled with a light touch of humor, it could be a sign that they're thinking about you in a more sensual context. If they're constantly turning the conversation towards sex, there's a good chance they're thinking about you in that way. 4. Increase in compliments, particularly ones that focus on your physical attributes. When someone is thinking about you in a sexual way, they may find themselves drawn to your looks more than usual. They might compliment your eyes, your smile, or even the way you dress. They seem to notice and appreciate the small details that others might overlook. 5. Jealousy, especially when you talk about other people you're close to. This isn't the kind of jealousy that breeds resentment or animosity. Instead, it's a subtle kind of envy, a desire to be the person you're spending time with or talking about. They might show this through light-hearted teasing or by subtly changing the subject. 6. Constant desire to spend time with you. This doesn't necessarily mean grand gestures or elaborate plans. It could be as simple as wanting to hang out with you after work or during lunch breaks. They might show a keen interest in your hobbies or activities just to have an excuse to be around you. In their eyes, any time spent with you, no matter how mundane, is time well spent. These signs, while seemingly innocent, could indicate that someone is thinking about you sexually. However, remember that these signs are not definitive proof. They could also be indicators of a deep friendship or a platonic admiration. It's important to communicate openly and honestly to understand the true intentions behind these behaviors. The key is to observe these signs in context and never jump to conclusions. Always ensure that interactions are respectful and consensual. Remember, everyone has a different way of expressing their feelings and desires, so it's essential to consider these signs as part of a larger picture rather than independent indicators. These signs, while seemingly innocent, could indicate that someone is thinking about you sexually.